Guys, girls, cats, dogs, welcome back to the channel. We are back with S13 content. A lot of the channel now, there's going to be a little bit of a series going on with this S13 because I want to compete it / demos and things like that next year. But to start it off, I've got a headache. I've rectified the alternator, I've rectified the starter motor. We dug out some corroded wires on it towards the beginning of the year, solved everything. I've painted the body kit, I've repaired the body kit, and now I've got more electrical issues. So I'm not throwing my toys out of pram, I'm just jumping in with this now. Roll cage is coming out, I'm pulling the dash out, I'm looking at what wiring issues we've got. Potentially going to buy a whole new plug and play harness from Wiring Specialties, but I want to get involved in the car right now, see what's going on with it. And this also allows me to do the interior overhaul that I wanted to do. There was one thing Ben warned me of, and that was how much of a pig this cage would be to get out. I've got so much of it undone already and I'm still struggling to get bits out. So I've just undone the bits on the rear arch wells and hopefully that's going to free me up a bit. Can't pull the driver's seat out just yet because I need to get this in here once customers' cars out of it, because that's where it's then going to stay. If I can get the cage out, maybe I'll get the dash out today, but we'll have to see how we're getting on with time. This is going to be a proper can of worms, I think, but it needs doing. There's no way about it. 100% needs doing. We have a little bit of progress. We have some of the cage out. We're currently, as I said, driver's seat's got to stay in until I move the car. We've got to get the rear section out. That bar is absolutely testing my patience. All it does is slide in and slot in there, and it's just not having it. So once we've got that out, pull this and find how much corrosion in the wiring we've got. God knows how long later, but the cage is finally out. She's starting to look a little bare now. The fire extinguisher system's out. This here is the extinguisher system pull for inside, so I've disconnected all of that cable, so that's ready to take out. We are going to have a complete new switch panel when we do this as well. So now throw the driver's seat back in, get the car back into offset, all the cages out. I'm going to throw this up to my good friend Faz at 5 powder coating. Cage is going to go a complete new colour. I think with what I'm going to do, it's going to accommodate the purple really well. It's going to look absolutely sick if this plays out the way I want it to. We're working with Cobra Motorsport for a new set of seats, so we're going to replace those. They will soon be up for sale. New set of harnesses. We've got a dash upstairs that I'll go and show you in a minute. We're going to retrim that dash. This car inside is going to be phenomenal when I'm done with it, and then once I've got my hands on it. But the main reason for this is to get this out, show you the wiring, see what we're going to do with it, and how we're going to transform this car to be running perfectly day in, day out. It's now Sunday. It's the next day. We've got the car in the bay. I've started ripping out as much as I can. I believe that I should be pretty much good to go. We've got it moving a little bit. I mean, we're borderline gonna kick it out, but I think there might still be one or two more screws, and then she can come out. Bits that we've moved so far.
I've got an idea. What one do you want?
Your left.
My left?
Yes, that's the better one.
For you?
Yeah, if we do it through the window, and then that way we can just pull the entire dash out through the windscreen. But we're wobbling, so we're nearly there. The person that wired this, i.e. my brother, you may have half a clue with what he's done. But when you're picking it up second, and you're trying to figure it out yourself, Ben, you're leaving me a little bit of a challenge. So now we decide if we unravel all of this, figure out if we can find any corrosion anywhere and what the possible issues could be, or if we're ripping all of this out and we're fitting an entire new chassis harness. Anyone that knows me will know I'm probably going to opt for the chassis harness, because it's going to do away with all of this and we start again from scratch with a brand new entire loom. If I do this, I need to find where this goes in the loom. Wiring Specialties have said that they need this sub harness to modify for their chassis loom. So I will need to open up this part here to remove that part of the loom so I can send that out to the States if that's the way we go. But I will make that decision today because I want to be moving forward with this as quick as I can. I have been going at this for about half an hour and my head is already burst. So we're a few days later. I currently have both of my purple cars in the workshop unusable, but this is a video is about this one.
Welcome to the Offset Breakers yard. Today we've got a 2 litre diesel TT and an MR2. If anybody needs any bits, just
wow, you do me like that. This is definitely not an MR2 and we're not even going to give him the satisfaction, but this has changed a little bit since a couple of clips. I've ripped absolutely everything out because I'm well and truly over it. There is no more wiring in this car. We're going to need to give this a paint. This is, I mean, what, dash bar? Even that's got a bit rusty. So we're going to rip that out and paint that. But come and get a look at this mess. I've ripped the entire wiring loom out of the car. So this one was in the engine. A lot of this feeds all the lights to the front of the car, main beams, low beams, indicators, things like that. This one feeds absolutely everything else. So this goes to everything in the car. So we need to figure out if I'm going to rewire this, find the faults in it, or if we're going to go onto a new loom. So we're not going to go much more into it in this video. We're going to keep this video raw, short and sweet. I've ripped the S13 apart. It's currently now no longer drivable. It looked really good a couple of weeks ago when we was at Gravity, but things have got to get worse before they get better. I think I may end up swaying down the route of Wiring Specialties. I've been speaking to him over the last week, back and forth. Can we go for just a chassis harness? Are we going to go for a chassis harness and engine harness? New battery relocation wiring kit to replace all the power wires and things like that. See how we get on. Check in for the next video to see what our decision was and to see if we can make this car working again. Thanks for watching. Peace out.